right, cozy friends. So what you're going to need is a video and a thumbnail before you start this video. So if you have to go and do that, go ahead and pause the video. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we have YouTube already opened, and we'll go ahead and enlarge it. Okay. So when you're here, what you want to do when you want to upload your video is to go over here to this plus create right here and click on it. Once you click on it, there's a drop down screen that says upload video, go live, or create post. So what we're going to do today is hit upload video. All right. Once you hit upload video, you are going to drag and drop your video file into the upload box into here. Or you're going to click select files right here to browse and upload. So what I do, I hit select files because I already have the thumbnail and the video saved on my computer. So I'm going to hit select files. And then it's going to show my thumbnail that I have saved and my video. So right now we're uploading the video. So we'll hit video. And then we'll go down here and hit upload. And it's uploading. All right. Now, once it starts to upload, it's going to bring you to this screen. So the first thing is for us to add a title. So we need to fill in these blocks very carefully. So the title, we want to add a clear, searchable title with the keywords. So we'll just act like this video that I'm uploading is about my dog, SP. He's a Yorkie. So what we want to do is just take your phone or another device, or you can scroll in your computer and just go to the YouTube search bar. You can do this like on your phone. And then you can hit Yorkies at the vet. Let's just do that. Let's search Yorkies at the vet. All right, so the first search phrases that come up is Yorkie at the vet, Yorkie playing with the cat, Yorkshire Terrier service dog. Those are the top three. So what I can do is go in here and take this out and put Yorkie at the vet, and I'll add again. I'll add the word again to mine. Okay. Your title can be up to 100 characters. And some people put hashtags in their title. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. All right, now let's drop down to the description. As you can see in the description, I already have a template in there that's already pre-written, so I don't have to keep writing it over and over. That's something that you can do in your YouTube studio. And I'll most likely do a video about that later. So I already have the please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, Cozy Friends, and then my email information in there. So what I'll do is I'll just space down a little bit. And then what I'll do is I'll come back up here and I'll write a description about my video. So normally I'll write this out 2 or 3 times just to do some wordplay and just to play around with some words, how I want to format it, if I want to use emojis or not. So this takes me a few minutes to do. And then, of course, I always ask for assistance from like Gemini or Chat GPT or somebody to see if it makes sense what I'm saying. So right now we can just go ahead and type in here, my fur baby SP has to make his yearly visits to the vet to pay a bill for them. It's necessary since 2019. And that is a true statement. Okay. So once I put that in there, if it's a recipe or something, you can list the ingredients, so just however you want, just put your description in there. Whether or not people read it, we'll never know, but you just want to make sure. I like to make sure that I have a description in there. Also, want to go down here. So that's it for description, okay? And you can put up to 5,000 characters in this. So you can go as detailed as you want. Like I said, we don't know if people are reading it or not. If they read it first and then go to our videos or don't read it at all, we'll never know. Okay, let's go down to thumbnail. All right, so for thumbnails, you can do auto-generated, and you can also do a test and compare. So you can do 2 or 3 thumbnails. You can put it in here and just kind of compare and then pick the best one. Or you can let YouTube, with the auto-generated, you can let them pick your thumbnail. Or what I do, I go to Canva, it's an app, and I make a thumbnail, I save it to my computer, and then I upload the file. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to hit upload file. And then here is my saved thumbnail. So we'll go ahead and click on that. There it is right there. And then we'll go down here to upload. Now, sometimes when I make thumbnails, I'll be trying to do like the most, and it'll tell me, hey, it's too big, the file's too large. So if the file is too large, if you have too much on your thumbnail, it's going to tell you your file is too large and it won't upload it. Okay. Now, once your thumbnail is in there, you also have the option you see right here where it has the 3 dots. You have the option, if you see this and be like, this doesn't have anything to do with my fur baby, this is the wrong thumbnail, you can always hit on this and change it out, download something or download it, do the auto-generated, or go to the test and compare. So you have options even though this is already in here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and leave that there. Right here is your playlist. Your playlists are good to have. Reason being is that it will keep people on your platform longer. I deleted all my playlists because I had multiple of the same playlist. So I'm going to have to condense mine and then I'll redo my playlist. So that's why I delete them all, because I need to make them make sense. So again, it keeps your content organized and it keeps people watching more than one video because they can just keep going from video to video to video. So if you have a lot of videos of you making pasta, you can have all your pasta dishes in one playlist and people can just keep watching and watching and watching without leaving your channel, which is great for your watch time. So you definitely want to make playlists. And if you go down here, it tells you these are the playlists that I have in mind now, which is just worship music and prayer music, and then like morning music. But right down here is where you would go to make a new playlist. And I'll just go ahead and do one just to show you. So you just click new playlist. And then you go here. You want to name it. So right now, I'll just name this one Smoothies. And then down here, you want to do a description. You know, what is this? So when people go to your playlist, they'll be like, okay, what is, she says the smoothies, but what about them? So I'll just put in here how to make your own delicious smoothies to enjoy morning, noon, and night. Easy recipes and simple, nutritious ingredients. And that's it. Okay. The visibility, you want it to be public unless you're, you know, doing some videos where you're maybe studying on something where you don't want the world to know, you can put private. But if these are videos that you are wanting people to watch, you want to have it on public. And then how you want it to be viewed. Do you want the newest, for people to see the newest first or the oldest first? So you have, you know, your most popular ones. You have your options right here of how you want it organized within your playlist. And then you just hit create. And there you go. It's there. It's right there. It says smoothies. Okay. So that's how you make your playlist. So we'll go ahead and hit done. And we'll come out of there. Now this next one, it says audience. I always click for my videos. I always put that it's not made for kids. This isn't about being family friendly. It's a legal setting that affects how your video is shown. So if you choose incorrectly, you could lose comments, you could lose visibility. And it also, for those of you that are monetized, it protects your monetization and ensures your video is shown to the right audience. So I go ahead and I put no. And then down here where it says age restriction, it says, do you want to restrict your video to an adult audience? You can restrict to an 18 plus if needed, but if your content is safe for a general audience, then just leave it unrestricted. This helps your video to reach more people, and it helps the video to be discoverable. Okay. All right, so we're gonna go here where it says show more and click it. And then we're gonna scroll up. And this one, paid promotion, that's if you are showing a product for someone. I don't even, you know, I'm not doing that currently. So I just leave that blank. Alter content, and it'll ask you, do any of the following describe your content? You know, does it makes a real person appear to say or do something they didn't say or do? Does it alter footage of a real event or place? Generates a realistic looking scene that didn't actually occur? So I always put no for this. But if you're putting something out there that contain these things, then you need to put yes, because YouTube will know. All right, and then the rest of this, automatic chapters. It says, you know, chapters and key moments. They make your videos easier to watch. So I have that checked. Feature places helps viewers explore key places in your video. So I allow automatic places. And then automatic concepts, it helps viewers learn more about familiar terms without leaving the video. So again, I leave that alone. Now down here, your tags, there's a lot of talk on YouTube about our tag. Do tags matter? Tags don't matter. Put them in, don't put them in. We care, we don't care. So me, I'm gonna put tags in. I always put tags in. I'd rather have it than not. So tags are extra keywords. You don't, like I said, you don't have to add them, but it says it helps. Some people say it helps with search discoverability. So what we want to do is, you know, go ahead and just make up some tags here. So we'll say, you know, Yorkie. And with your tags, you want to put your tag in, and then you have to put a comma to separate it. And you see how it put it in its own box. So I'll do that again. So you want to type it. So we'll say Yorkie, and then hit comma. And then we'll do fur baby, comma. We'll do vet, comma. We'll do spoiled dog, comma. We'll do vet expenses, comma. You know, just keywords. You can do Yorkshire Terrier, doctor visits, okay? And you can add up to 500 characters in here. And it says you can enter a comma after each tag. You can also hit return, and it'll do the same thing for you. If you wanted to copy and paste these, all you have to do is hit this, and it will copy all, and then you can copy them somewhere else. You can put these same tags up here in your description if you wanted to. So let's just show you how to do that. You can hit copy all. Okay, it says tags copy to clipboard. And then just go up here if you want to and add in your these tags, and just hit paste, and it'll put them in there for you. You know, it's totally up to you how much information you want to put in here. Okay, let's go to language and captions certification. So the video language is English. I leave that alone. The caption certification, I don't bother this. I just leave that. I leave that alone. The recording date and location. So the recording date, I always put that in there. So we'll just go ahead and put that for today. And then video location, just put in all caps USA. Okay. Just put in USA and it'll pull it up. It's the first one right here. Okay. And then down here where it says license, okay, all mine were set to Creative Commons attribution. And I will, let me read to you what each of these mean, okay? So you'll know, and then you can choose whichever one you want to have your video set to. So standard YouTube license, this one, is the default. And it says you own full rights to your video. No one else can remix or repost without permission. And this is the one that you want to have set for monetization. Okay. This one, Creative Commons attribution, which I have to change mine out of. It gives others permission to use your content as long as they credit you. Best if you want maximum sharing and collaboration, but no control over your videos. Okay, so you have to make the choice which one it is that you want. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do standard YouTube license. I always keep allow embedding on there and publish to subscriptions feed and notify subscribers. Okay. Shorts remixing. I always allow video and audio remixing. And then for category. So category, if you click on it, you see that all these different categories come up. You want to try to choose a category that matches your content. And sometimes it's hard to match it up with just these categories, but just do your best. Okay, so like when I do how-to videos, I just click how-to and style. If I do for this one right here that I'm doing, this tutorial, I'm gonna have that one under science and technology. Okay, for this mock video about my dog, it will go under pets and animals. Okay, because he's the main character always, but in this video in particular. Okay, so we're going to hit pets and animals. But you just have to, it improves recommendations and exposure. So just try to link up as best as you can the category that's going to best suit whatever it is you're showing. Okay. All right. So next is comments and ratings. Okay, so I always allow comments because engagement tells YouTube that your video is valuable. So comments and likes push your video to allow more people, and the engagement boosts visibility. So I leave this on. Moderation, I just leave it as basic, you know, and your options here is none, don't hold any comments, so just let everything flow. Basic, you're holding potential inappropriate comments. Strict, you hold a broader range of potentially inappropriate comments. And then hold all is pretty much, you know, holding all of the comments. So we'll leave it at basic. Okay, and then I keep this, show how many viewers like this video. A lot, I've been watching tons of videos on YouTube, and some people don't like to have this checked because they feel like if somebody sees a video that only has, I don't know, 5 likes, then they feel like for some reason it cues them not to like it because it's only 5 likes. But then if they see 80 likes, then it cues them to want to like it. So, you know, it's back and forth information about check it, uncheck it. So me, hey, I'm just gonna leave it checked. I'm okay with that. All right, so if you look down here, you see that all the checks are complete. There's no issues found. There's no copyright strikes. Everything looks good so far, according to YouTube. So what we'll do is we'll go over here and hit next. Okay. So here is where you can add a subtitle if you want. So you will reach a broader audience by adding subtitles to your videos. You can also, to keep people and to increase your watch time, to keep people on your channel, you can add an end screen. So what you can do is you can import another video if you want, and you can just hit import from video. And if you want to, you can just go in here and you can add another video. And you can choose one. So you can choose a specific video. You can allow YouTube to select the video from your channel to best suit the viewers. Or you can choose this one right here. You can choose a specific video. So say after this vet visit, if you have made a video, if I had made a video of SP recovering, then I could have that video follow him being at the vet, okay, giving the vet about $1,000, okay? Or I can say, hey, no, YouTube, you figure out what video needs to follow SP at the vet, okay? And it might pick SP's favorite food. Or I can do the most recent upload, which is maybe a video that I uploaded yesterday that didn't get a lot of views and I want to put more exposure on it. So I'll just pick the most recent upload. So that's totally up to you which one you do. But what it'll do is as your video is ending, it will show one of these videos, whichever video was selected. So then now people can end this one and just go ahead and click on that next video that they see on your end screen. Again, it's keeping people on your channel and it's increasing the watch time, and it just keeps people in the content loop. Okay, so we'll get out of here. We'll hit discard changes. And then you can add a card too, which will play during your video. And what it will do, we'll click on add. What it'll do, it'll promote related content to it. So again, it could be a video or SP's playlist or SP's channel. But we can, again, it's for engagement. It's to keep people tuned in, watch hours on your channel. So you can add that as well. Okay. All right. So again, says here, checks complete, no issues found. All right. Up here, we're moving right along. All the checks are complete. Okay. And until you publish it, your video is private. Okay, so we'll hit next. All right, here it's telling you, we'll check your video for issues that may restrict its visibility, and then you will have the opportunity to fix issues before publishing your video. So, and there's no copyright or no issues found. So YouTube will give you the opportunity to fix yourself, which is great. Okay, so we'll go down here and we'll click next. All right, now here, again, this is a lot of back and forth about when to make your video visible. So what I do is I do public, and then I hit schedule and click on schedule. And then I schedule my videos 2 hours from the time I make it. So we'll go ahead and do September 22nd. And then I go here. And then I go up here. And right now it's 1:22. So I'll have this post at 1:22. I'll just have it post at 3:45 p.m. Okay. You can set your time zone. It's recommended not to always set premieres because then people will be like, okay, another premiere. So you can set a premiere, like say if you're about to do a long series of something, maybe set a premiere at the beginning of that video. Like say if you're about to do a whole vegan series of cooking, maybe have that first vegan recipe of a premiere, but don't make all of your videos premiere because then people will be like, okay, well, you know, another premiere, it's not really a premiere, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so once I set the date, once I set the time, which I said I do mine 2 hours. Some people say 24 hours to give YouTube a chance to figure out where to, you know, put it. I just do 2 hours. I'm okay with that. Okay. So now it asks you before you publish, check the following. Do kids appear in this video? Looking for overall content guidance, you know, it'll give you community guidelines that can help you avoid trouble and ensure that YouTube remains a safe and vibrant community. So once you hit that, what I like to do is I just like to go over in my head, which I probably need to do like a little list of all these things. But when I'm at this screen, I always say, okay, is my title good? You know, my description, again, does it make sense? Have I let somebody else look at it? Gemini, ChatGPT, and see if it makes sense. Is my thumbnail okay? Is my license? And of course, I thought my license was set okay, but apparently it's not what I want it to be. So I'm going to change it. Is the audience and the category right? You know, a how-to. I don't have a how-to video under entertainment, do I? So just asking myself that. Did I add an end screen? Did I add a card to take people to the next video? My copyrights, is it clear? And that's it. Once I kind of do a quick scan in my mind, then I just hit schedule. And it says video schedule. Your video will be set to public on September 22nd at 3:45 p.m. The name of the video, Yorkie at the Vet Again. And then I just hit close. And that's it. That's it. I normally go into, I don't know if it's going to be, yeah, it is in here. So they'll have it in here, but of course it says schedule. All these are public, but it'll show scheduled. And it says in here right now that it's currently private and that it will be scheduled for today at 3:45 and it'll go live. Okay. So that's it. Everyone, that's
Hey,
yeah, that's it.
Friends, welcome back to the channel.
That's it. That's all that I have. I use, like I said, I use CapCut for editing. I use Canva for my thumbnails. For my shorts, I use CapCut. All I do for my shorts is I go to CapCut I go to, let me make sure I'm telling y'all right. I go to CapCut and I go to Auto Cut. I upload all the pictures that I want to put in my short, and I let CapCut edit it. And then I use the music from CapCut. I'm going to start using my music on Epidemic Sound. That is an app that I have too with music on it, because what I found with CapCut, I'll use a song or something on CapCut, and then 4 or 5 days later, I have a copyright strike. And it says that it won't affect my video, but who wants that on their video? So I'll have to go in, I'll have to edit it, and I'll have to delete the song off of there. So I've ran into that a few times with CapCut's music. And I'm like, well, then why do y'all even have this song on here if it's, if you're going to give me a copyright strike in 3 or 4 days? Like, why doesn't the strike come or the warning come as soon as it's being uploaded? But I got it. So I have Epidemic Sound. And I would just, if you're thinking about doing these apps, Canva, CapCut, and Epidemic Sound, just use the free versions for right now. And if you like them, then go to paid. But they all have free versions for you to just use if you want to. So that's all I have, cozy friends. Thank you so much for sticking around for this. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a blessed day. See ya.